Well, it feels like it's been a year since we gave an update, and it's only been one day. It was cold today. We didn't do a whole lot of work today at the barn. I trained Trevino on green. He's heading over to Tim's, and he's Indigo Friday. And as cold as it was, I just felt got to put the work in. So I went out, and it was nasty cold this morning. Trained Trevino. He trained pretty good. I really don't know what he'll do on Friday, but I know he'll race better at the Meadows than he will at Northfield. He would have got around Northfield. He just needed just one more little step to get into that turn. And I know a lot of people had said he looked bad. Oh my God, he looks terrible. He didn't feel that way to me, and I'm sure he'll be fine on Friday. He trained good today. So another horse that has struggled with his gait was front and center already this afternoon, and that was Sentry Legion. Now, he must have looked a little bumpy to everybody out there in TV land. I had a couple people message me, said, "Oh, great job keeping him together." I really had no problem keeping him together. I just wasn't going to put him in gear coming out of the turn for him to make a break. And how angry would I be at myself? They still on the list, not off the list, make a break, all because you were in a qualifier and decided to move. It just made no sense. I moved him in the turn just to set him up for the straightaway, so I just let him coast down the lane. He seemed safe to me. Obviously, the application of hobbles helped. We simply sat down and said, okay, I know how I'd like to see him trot. I know what I'd like to see him do, but there is not a wide berth. There's a small berth between where I'd like him to be and where he is, and how do we bridge that gap? The easiest way to do that was simply put the hobbles on him, and put the boots back on him, and he seemed fine. I think 3 or 4 starts with him like that, you're going to see him start to come forward. I'm not disappointed, maybe in myself. I just thought that he felt great training down, and that's how he would race, and it turned out I was wrong. So he's qualified now. We get the hoops on him. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I found something I like. I don't have it in my size.
That's frustrating, isn't it? That's pretty. So a day of just being, it's so weird too, because the kids are out of school. It's like summer in the winter. The kids are out of school, they're at home, trying their hardest to drive me crazy. So we all got in the car, and on the way to the qualifiers is the trampoline place. You'll hear me reference it once in a while. The kids were at the jump place or the trampoline place, and they said, we'll drop the kids off at 2:30. Amy and the kids can go to the trampoline place. I'll go warm up Sentry Legion, qualify them. Everybody be played out by the time I get back to the place. Very good, Addie. I don't know why I never thought of this, but when the kids are in school, obviously there'd be no point. What kind of human beings would show up at a trampoline place while school's on a Wednesday? So it didn't open until 4 o'clock, and the kids didn't get to go play. Oh, that ship sailed now, honey. So we qualified the horse, got a drink, and then I'm going back home. I start again at races start at 6. I'd say shortly after 7 is when Irresistible Sun will go behind the gate. We have 5 in tonight. Jason has 1 in tonight. 6 go behind the gate, I believe. Tomorrow, I'm going over early. Spitfire Overseas qualifies at 11:30 in the morning. I wanted to take Trucker over, but there's no schoolers because the races are at 12:40, so they weren't going to have schoolers. So Spitfire Overseas qualifies at 11:30 tomorrow. And on Friday, I'm going to head over early. We have, what do we have on Friday? No Memories on Thursday. Friday is, what are you snickering at? Friday is, oh, right, I get a haircut. Friday is, can you do that again? Friday is Trevino on green. And Irresistible Sun on Friday. Saturday, we did get, I'll tell you what, say what you want. They screwed up the race office. I think a lot of race offices would just play it off as, you know what, we screwed up, too bad. But they redrew the race on Saturday for, who's the other trotter, the maiden guy that, I'm not going to drive, Maren's down driving.
Oh,
Vehement. Yeah, Vehement is, they redrew the race. So he's in Saturday, and Aaron's going to drive him early on, I think race 1, if I'm not mistaken. Race 1 or race 2, 3 on Saturday. Now, I will give you an update tonight after the races, but one more little piece of information I left. Kelly every year is in charge of the party. You know, we had the Christmas party. We tried to have the open house here. It was pushed back a day because of rain. You remember what that felt like? So it was supposed to be on your birthday. You're right, but we pushed it early a day. Had everybody over. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you for that. Pushed it forward a day so that everybody could be accommodated. And then Ava, nice clown nose. Get that off your nose. Go get the stuff from Starbucks. Go, quickly.
Don't slam the door.
We hadn't had an open house. We didn't have a party in Ontario yet. Kelly was working on it with Woodbine. We were trying to get a day when we'd hopefully have horses in to go, and we came up with Saturday, right? I
just told her not to do that.
Not to do what?
Slam the doors.
Oh, it's a shocker that she couldn't figure that out. I'm literally surprised. So next Saturday we are going to have our Christmas party. Now, upstairs in Woodbine, there's that area that we had it last year. 40 people can fit in there, and that's code, right? That's fire code. Well, we had 70 people that wanted to come out. And I feel bad too. You know what I'm most looking forward to in 2025 is letting John and Nishant run the books and the business side of the stable, get back to the horses and get back to you. You know, we always used to have stuff and do stuff, and it just feels like I've got away from that a little bit with all the moving around. And to have 70 people want to go to the Christmas party was impressive. We had a waiting list, and I said to Kelly, is there anything we can do? Because the waiting list's not fair. You know, we never get to do enough. We never get to do enough in Ontario. How can we accommodate everybody? She said, well, we'd have to move it down stairs into the dining room and have a full menu. Shush. Okay, let's see. That's not supper. We eat food for supper. So that's exactly what we did. Kelly had sent out a thing tonight. She said, Anthony, it's going to be a little more costly. I said, Kelly, here, figure out what the cost is going to be for all of us to have fun that night in the dining room, so we can all just relax and congregate. And whatever we were going to spend, we'll spend and put it towards that, and then work out the rest with everybody else. I think it's like $50 or something. But it should be a good time. It should be a good night. I believe next Saturday we'll have what's the guy's name? The new horse, Neptune. Who did we have in last Saturday? It got canceled. We had Neptune in. I think Mounts for All has moved to Mondays now. I see he's in on Monday. So at the very least, we should have Neptune, maybe Troyes or one of those horses in. We'll see, but hopefully we'll have somebody in. Regardless of who we have in, it'll be a nice time to sit down and talk, reflect on 2024, look forward to 2025. Just have a good night together. I'll be there. Amy and the kids will all be there, and spend some time with a lot of people. Spend some time with a lot of people we don't get to see all that often anymore. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I have turned a qualifier and one training trip into an 8-minute and 10-second video.
That's shocking.
Some of my best work.
Bye.
Hey, don't be rude, you. Anyway, I will talk to you all later on. If I just have to thaw out after tonight's races, and I'll do a video for you on the way home. But for right now, Sentry Legion off the list, qualified for 2025 and ready to go. Trevino and Green trained up and ready to go. We have a number of the babies getting ready. We're going to try and get them jogged Thursday, Friday, train them Saturday. I don't know about the weather yet or about the track. It's supposed to creep up above 0, which means it may get sticky and muddy pretty quick. But nevertheless, as I said to Amy, a lot of the issues the horses have, acting up going on the track or pulling a little bit on the track or being a little disobedient, that's stuff you find when you interrupt their training schedule, right? We need to get back to that Wednesday, Saturday, and that all starts this Saturday. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys are starting to warm up wherever you are. The cold snap is breaking. It's supposed to be better tomorrow and above 0 by Sunday, I believe. Time is on my side is going to make his second trip to Northfield Park in his life on Sunday. The Open did not fill at the Meadows. The Open didn't fill at the Meadows. I was tempted to bring him to Ontario, but we do have a horse for the job in Ontario. Yes, I did. He was schooling. Arson is schooling Friday. He'll be qualifying next week and then ready to go for all the people. I say this again, saying, he should be ready. Just relax. He's ready now. School Friday, qualify next Friday, and then off to the races. I suspect the way the conditions look in Ontario that he will be in the Open if he starts off on the right foot. Hopefully in a lower class he can make his way up to there. If it turns out that we're wrong, time is on my side, may make his way over to Ontario, and Arson will make his way over here. We have options. We have options, and that's very important. 10 minutes is my best work. Take care. I will talk to you all very soon. Later in the day. Still bundle up. It's going to be a cold one tonight.
Goodbye.